Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Football Manager 2017, where I am managing St. Pauli. And I'm sorry if you hear that napping on the wall, because there seems to be some renovation going on next door. But in Football Manager, what you do is you take over a team, and you get, of course, as you can imagine, a squad of players. But you don't just choose how the squad's playing and all the tactics and stuff. You actually deal with everything from hiring coaching staff and scouting staff and medical staff to dealing with the board and the expectations and the finances of the club. It's Football Managers, as things go right now. Football Manager, the Football Manager series, is the sort of world's premier football managing simulation game. As there's a new version coming out, Football Manager 2018, but for one, it's really expensive. For another, it's not that much different from Football Manager 2017, and so I am playing Football Manager 2017. As I said, we are managing Hamburg St.Pauli. This is my squad in all its glory. Let's see how we can just do like maybe selection info. I don't look right. So here are our people. If I make any more videos, you'll get to know them a little bit. Right now, it's at the end of the transfer window, so we're looking to see if we can get a few more people. So I've already this season picked up, now probably if you're not following the German second division, none of these names will be very familiar to you. They weren't really to me, as I haven't been following club football for quite some time. But you don't need to know anything. You don't need to know anything about football if you have mad skills like I do. So one of the things about finding new people is then you use your scouts, because there's, like, you know, in real world there's tons of players and there's no easy way. You can't just know all of them, and us being a second division German team means we can't just buy good players that we know from real life, especially since at this point I kind of don't know. I know like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and I think he's a soccer player, and then there's Steven Gerrard, and I don't even know if he's playing anymore. He's red and he's F and hard. That's all I know. Those are the two players. And then the last time I followed club football was like when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was playing, and I don't know, that was like in the 90s. So yeah, I'm real good at knowing Footsoccerball. So well, anyway, we don't have that much money. So you can go here to the scouting screen, and I have had my scouts. They've been working hard on finding players, and so I can check here what my transfer budget is. I'm actually over my wage budget already, because I just picked up, actually signed a new striker, because one of our main strikers here we have Aziz Bouhadouz. He got injured, and he didn't get injured just a little bit. He got injured a lot. Like, he's out for 7 to 9 more weeks. And so we really needed to pick up some help in the attack, and we didn't have very many attackers to start with. So I took on Raul de Tomas from Real Madrid on a loan, so I get him for free. I don't have to pay anything at all, because Real is just happy that he gets some practice and playtime. So I don't get him for free. I picked up Park in Høg. That's how I'm going to say it. I don't know how you say that for real. As another sort of loan player. Because we have a lot of Koreans in our team, so I felt like, yeah, let's do the Korean thing. And we also have, like I just said, we just picked up, let's see, where is he now? Any more strikers? I guess we actually haven't, the transfer hasn't gone through yet, but we are about to pick up yet another striker. So we're actually so low on our wage budget right now that I don't think we can sign any other players. But that being said, we could see if we can find someone with well, not value. Let's do asking price or whatever. Actually, let's just can we see free transfer, free agent? Oh, okay. Asking price is at most 100,000. So then we have, no, it's not much to choose from then anymore. So anyway, I think we're gonna leave the scouting as is for now. We are playing you can set up as like 3 different tactics that you can be practicing. Right now we are working with a 3-4-1-2. The reason I'm playing all of my formation I'm working on has only 3 defense midfield here in the bottom, and the reason for that is that we just don't have very good left and right backs. We just don't, and so I'm working on a sort of, for this season, at least for now, we're just gonna sort of say accept the fact that we don't have good left and right backs, and instead try to kind of dominate the midfield and keep things going from there. Let's see how it goes. Okay, but anyway, let's see what's up next in the schedule. We are meeting. It's a televised game. Greuther Fürth. And one thing that's a little bit scary right now is, I wonder what this button does. Okay, just like that. Oh, I can do all this kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Shoot less often, more risky baskets. Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant to click there. Okay, this is neat. So here, when you click on these people, you can sort of get an overview of the role that they're playing, primary duty. This really helps when you don't know anything about soccer, because then you can sort of click on this, and the game will kind of tell you what it means that someone's there. You know, for example, I have Miyachi here in the left wing as an attacking winger, and it tells me, yeah, well, he'll dribble more, he'll run with the ball, cross more often, cross from byline, blah blah blah, and so on. Here we have him as a central midfielder, hold position close down more. Park Young is a ball-winning midfielder, and so he'll be tackling more. And here we have our defensive line and blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah, neat. So I just think we're gonna keep on keeping on and see how our first game here on the video goes. This is also kind of a test video just to see about sound levels and things like that. And like, if you really want to, you can follow all this. There's like social media feeds that simulated and everything like that. You can go and hold your own press conference and stuff like that. It's really immersive the way you can do in the game, but you don't have to at all. There's no for example, I'm letting my assistant manager do all the press conference because they get kind of tedious after a while. So let's see if we can get. So right now we're seeing here, before our real game, there's we actually have 3 teams that are part of my team. There's the main team, the first team, and then we have a sort of reserve team, and finally we also have a under 19 youth squad. Now I don't actually, you can, if you want to, you can deal with the managing of all these, of the reserve squad and the youth squad, but I've just opted to let the various assistant managers, some of my staff, take care of that, and instead just focus on coaching and managing the first team. So soon you'll get to see about how we have. I've already done all the things about. You don't have to do all the things, but I've set up like set pieces takers, and there you can choose about. Well, I can just show you. So for example, here the set pieces, you can choose for one who is going to deal with your set pieces, who is going to take your corners, all this kind of stuff. But not only that, you can also set up these different routines. For example, here I have. This is how I've decided to defend the corner. I wonder if I should actually put him over there on the near post instead of like that. Yeah, maybe. Well, it'll be fine. We'll see. But then we have the attacking ones. This is one where we'll just call challenge the goalkeeper. We have a near post version. We have a short option, and so on and so on. Different kind of things. You can really go crazy with that and have a bunch of fun, but I just looked up a few things. So they want to play controls. The mentality is basically how attacking you want to be, and control is a bit more, although control might sound like a defensive formation, it actually means that you're trying to be a bit more offensive in this thing. Blah 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 blah. We're at home, and this is just like what the newspapers are saying about that. So for example, here is here's the press conference. Now if I had that option set, I would be the one talking to the press, but now Metaxas, who is my assistant manager, is dealing with the press for me, so that's nice. And it seemed like our youth team lost, which is a shame, but that's not too bad. Okay. Yeah. We should focus on preparation. We haven't at the beginning of the game. Your team is not at all used to the kind of weird tactics you're setting up. So early on, what you need to do is you need to have them practice the match familiarity until this bar goes up to the top, and then you can start doing some other things. But let's move on. Did I ever sign that guy? Whatever happened to? Yeah, when are you coming in? Are you in already? Striker dude. You're still in Nordhausen. So I guess the transfer hasn't yet gone through. But I hope he'll join us soon, because we do kind of need another striker. That's a bunch of information. Like, just look at all the information that's being processed here. You can really get a lot through. So one of our really good players, Rukad Noidaka, starts the game being really injured, and he's recovering from a hip injury. And it seems that he's definitely not in shape yet. He's still failed. Another player of mine got injured right at the preseason, so with a fractured cheekbone, so he's still out as well. But they're coming back. And let's move on to the match preview. So here we see an overview of things that we can consider before. We can see that the weather's going to be quite nice, 23 degrees, a good pitch. The referee, well, it's early in the season, so we don't have a good average of how he's going to be. He might be really strict or not, but that doesn't tell us so much right now. We know that the other team is missing Marco Caligiuri. We don't know if he's any good. They seem to be playing a sort of, is it more like a 5-2-1-2? Or might be more like a, I don't know. They have wingbacks and stuff like that. Seems to be a fairly defensive formation, where I think we can really do well with dominating the midfield. They don't have much presence on the midfield, and if we can do that, then that's fine. I think it's going to be a hard time getting through that defense, but we'll put an instruction to work the ball into the box and see what we can do. So team selection. So we've had a lot of games lately, so we need to make sure that we have people who are up to speed. This column over here, the 90-something%, this is about their general physical condition. The more they've played lately, the more this goes down, because it's basically how tired they are. The match sharpness is just how sort of ready they are to play in general. Now, I really need to get Senk some match fitness. So I think we are going to see about getting him some play. But this is actually quite interesting now to see what we're going to do. I think we're only going to play either Avivor or, let's see, Buchtmann. Wait a minute now. Did it say Buchtmann could play or not? I think it said that he. What is his injury right now? It's injury status, injury fitness. Severely lacking him at. Yeah, this guy. I need to get him playing in the reserve team for a little bit to get his match sharpness up. I think that 55 is just way too low to come in, but maybe he could come in. You know what? I'll put him there. Maybe he could come in instead of Möller Daly. If it looks like that. Here I think I would really like to have Senk come in as well, but he's not in a sort of good shape right now. Let's see. We have a little bit of a situation where we have almost too many wingers, because we have a total of 4 good wingers. We have Ryo Miyachi, we have Walter Sobota, we have Senk Sahin, and we have Jeremy Duciak, and they're some of our best players on the team. And we're basically just gonna have to try to rotate them around. Ryo is by far the best one overall, and then the rest, the other 3 are sort of almost on equal levels there. So this is interesting. Now let's do the process of elimination. We do need Park in because we need to have a sub that is an we do need someone who can sub out for one of the attackers if we need to. Buchtmann here has really bad match sharpness, but he's a good player otherwise. And so I think we are keeping Buchtmann in. What's going on? Where okay, he can be. Mr. Flum is a very, very good defensive midfielder. He should actually probably start. We should actually probably start him instead of maybe Parky Young, who's played a few good games, but let's see. And he's not the best at the ball, but he's more of a deep lying playmaker like that. Let's see. We're gonna put the work ball into the box. Just gonna try to retain possession. I think that's gonna be a good idea. So, and then the question is, do we want to keep Park in here, or do we want to have someone else? We could actually, yes. I think Lagos is going to be there instead. All right, Schopenhauer. How is our defense doing? Schopenhauer is a very decent defenseman. Let's put him in here instead of Hormschuch. On Hormschuch is actually a bit better of a defensive midfield player here. Philippe Sochais, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's basically now down to, I think we are going to put Senk on the bench for now and have him come in instead of someone else. The question is, do I want to start Dudziak or do I want to start Svoboda or Rio? I think I wanna. Rio is actually a bit tired, so you know what? This might be a mistake because Rio is absolutely phenomenal. But if we take out him, Senk can play on either side. So that would mean we could open up. Let's see. Now we have a defensive. This guy can play defense and midfield. So let's see. I want to try to have in someone who can play on a variety of places now. Choi Kyung Rock can do that. Let's look at their morale. Well, everyone's morale is really, really good because we're on a really good run right now. So I wonder if it's a bit too much to have both Rio and Match. It might be a better idea to actually put in someone like Choi Kyung Rock instead of Rio, which feels bad because Rio's great, but I also want to get some other people to play here. I do want that. Now the question is, let's say that things aren't going so well and I need some extra drive in there. Then someone like Rio is the exact person to put in. Whereas the reason I have these guys in here is because I would want them to get a little bit of time to get their match fitness up. But that's the kind of stuff you do in a game that you feel like you're winning anyway. This is an important game, a home game in TV that we want to win. In those kind of games, makes sense to put in Rio. So this is the kind of decisions you have to make in this game. So what is our decision going to be? Yeah, we're gonna have Senk come in and try to save the day. You know what? Let's give him a chance. We are going to submit the team like so. Bloop. Yes, proceed to the match. Let's see how this will work out. And then we're gonna have we're gonna see a statement from some press guy who basically predicts how he thinks the match is going to go. And then I'm going to have a chance to talk to the players before the match and just sort of try to do a bit of a pep talk. I don't have to do very much right now because their morale is very good. And so both teams are evenly matched. They think it's a draw. We are the slight favorites. The betting agency put us as a slight favorite here. And yeah, it's a little similar kind of thing. But they have a slightly more defensive build than we do, but otherwise we have quite similar. Going in strong on Vet and Berisha would be good, they say. Who is this Berisha guy? I don't like tackling. I don't like tackling striker hard because I don't want to have any. And he's pretty fast. He's got a pace of 14, acceleration of 15. Yeah, I don't think there's any point of trying to mark this guy because he's gonna just pull our defenders out of position because he's too fast. Trying to close down the people who feed to him is maybe better. So let's continue to keep. That was, by the way, the opposition instruction, the way you can sort of give the. All right, so let's see, assertive. All right, we'll say go out there and carry straight on from where you finished last match. Okay, good. They at least seemed not to get complacent or anything like this. Some people got motivated or anything like that. This green means they got a slight motivation boost. And on to the match. All right. So I hope that the sound level is at an okay level here. I'm actually going to set the settings here to show extended a little bit more. All right, we're off to the races. Okay, is that yeah, the opposition starts the team there with Wittig getting the ball. So this is what it shows usually until something interesting happens. And it seems like we start off with the corner, whipping it in, and doesn't connect, unfortunately. Alright, so let's see what we can do. So they managed to get a through ball there, but our defenders are following up nicely. I think, uh-oh, that was a bad mistake. Luckily, Himmelmann is a man in his place, blocks the ball, but they do get a corner. Let's see, this is of course always scary. I did put a man now to guard the front post. Let's see if that helps. It's same like Soviet with his excellent heading skills. That's a De Tomas, our man from Real Madrid. He's good at holding the ball, but does get tackled away there. But we have managed to keep possession, so that's good. Now, I don't like the way they are actually controlling the ball a lot, and that is a little bit of a concern. Right now, they're winning all the tackles. They're winning more of the headers. They've won 3/4 of their headers, where we're not that strong in the air. That's something I've noticed in other games as well. Heading is a place where we could really improve. And I wonder if we need to go. No, possession is still in our favor, so I think it's okay to maintain control. And our players are not doing badly. It's just that so far the other team has gotten all of the chances. I might need to take that work the ball into the box off, but I don't think it's a bit too early to react to it. Our players are putting in a good performance here at a 6.7 rating, and our defense is so far managing to keep up with the pressure here. Nerik took a yellow card there, which is never good this early in the game, because it does seem to indicate Himmelmann barely keeping us in there right now. Alright, it does seem to indicate that we do need to do something to change things up here a little bit. And let's see. We haven't managed to get a single. Dudziak is getting booked. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We are not getting enough of we're not getting things done here. So what? Cancel changes. I haven't been any changes. What are you talking about? Overview. So what change? I haven't done any changes. Okay, yeah, I haven't done them yet. Alright, let's not retain possession anymore. Let's not work the ball into the box. It does seem like we're not getting any shots at all, so there's no point in trying to get the shots. Let's try to get the let's try whip crosses to try to get through more, but I don't think we have gotten any crosses at this point yet. So I might need to tell them to calm down a little bit. Let's pull down. Let's pull down to standard, because it seems like we're not dominating as much as I kind of would have wanted to. Everyone's playing okay, so I don't want to make any big changes yet or something like that, but we might need to pull down to a 3-5-2 to get more people on the midfield to sort of try to get more control of the ball in the midfield. But we are maintaining possession. Okay, ooh, this is really close. A good spot, but the Tomas cannot finish. That could have been a really good spot to put us in the lead. Allow us to maybe pull back to a counter attitude and have them come to us. Okay, we're still maintaining possession. Our pass completion is okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can. Okay, Müller-Daly is one of our best players there, is an advanced playmaker. A real powerhouse in the midfield. Dudziak, who's a very, very talented but kind of inconsistent player. Like you see, they're losing the ball. I'll tell you what, Rio might not have lost the ball there, but we'll see. Okay, so they're getting through. Hoffman has the ball, but we are following through, and the defense is keeping up. But anytime they get to a shot, it's always possible it can go in. And one thing is clear, like they have 5 shots on target, we have none, which tells you something about that we're just not getting through right now. Could try to tell them to exploit either the middle or one of the sides more, but I think the fact that their defense is very effective right now, and they're just really holding us off. But there we go. This is all we need. Just one shot, and it's in. Dudziak, who I was just saying is a bit inconsistent, he can deliver. And I think the person who made that goal though was De Tomas with a brilliant pass to the side. That was a wonderful thing to behold. And I don't think I want to pull back to a counter mentality yet, because this puts the pressure on them and means that they have to open up their game a little bit more, which, like we see here, it means they have to open up. Oh, Alagui almost had it there. But this sort of allows us, our players to feel a bit freer. They have to open up their game to be a bit more aggressive, which means that they can't defend as effectively as they have so far. Meaning that maybe, whoa, a nice one out there to the, what is that, 20-yard box? Ooh, nice shot there. I think that we're seeing here a really nice sort of lift in the morale right now for our team. Seems like one of their teams taking a knock as well, so they're a bit down. Of course. And the good thing is that the other team didn't score right after we scored, because there's a little bit of a dip right after you score, where the other team can easily equalize. Whoa! What a shot! Who was that? I don't know, but he was awesome. Oh, it must have touched the goalkeeper or something. Because here we have a corner, Müller-Daly whips it in, and yeah, can connect. We have Dudziak picking it up there, lurking outside. Staying back, Friedrich has the ball, passing to Neri. Neri, can he spot Möller on the left? Yes, he can. Möller passes through with absolutely no space, but Möller keeps the ball with a nice heel to De Tomas. De Tomas to Möller. Möller back to De Tomas. Can they find a crack? De Tomas tries to decide, self, keeps the ball. This is lovely. You see, yeah, this is a simulation, but this kind of does all the things you want to see in a real football game, so yeah, I kind of like it. So let's see. De Tomas will kick into the box, straight to the opposition. That was a weak. I thought that was kind of a weak effort there from De Tomas. Let's see if they can use the last minute of the half. No, I don't think so. Anyway, what a really, really impressive opening. That goal really helped us get back into the game. And this wasn't the worst half we've seen. Just start seeing there's room for improvement. Well, there is, but they also let's see. I want to do calm. They're composed. They're motivated. They feel pretty good. We got to guard against complacency, and I don't think the job is done. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, De Tomas stressed. No, but I think. Well, I'm sad that he's stressed, but because and I do know he played well, but a lot of the others sort of woke up a little bit, and I think that's what we need here, because it's just one goal, and the other team has shown that they actually were quite capable of scoring, and we actually were more lucky than good for it not to be 1-1 or even over in 2-1 here. So I don't mind if the Tomas is a little stressed, Mr. Spanish boy, if it means the rest of the team's kind of awake. I can sub out Tomas later on if we're still in the lead, just to let him get some rest. But I think he'll be fine once he gets his foot on the ball then. Okay, and we're definitely more in the game here now. You can see that getting that goal really changed the dynamics and put the pressure on the other team and remove the pressure from Alagui, trying with the low angle shot there. He didn't really have anyone to pass to and manages to get us a corner. Daly with the corner. Haven't scored on corners very much yet. We don't. Our set piece takers aren't great. We have some really good headers, people with heading skills. But as far as actually great corner takers, Daly is one of our best, and he's only decent. But he more than makes up for it in his other. Oh, Pinter's already booked. Will he get another card? No. Okay, are people? Everyone's doing quite well. Möller Daly is doing a 6.4 and is not doing that great. But I think there's no need for a substitution yet. Things are going great. Alright, that's a Tomas. You were stressed out. Can you sort of unwind a bit? Here we have Daly on the side. Kind of on the wrong side in a way, because he's... Ooh, what a shot by Sobin. That was fantastic. So central defender, not really one to able to kick in the ball, but when he just managed to slap that ball in half volley, it could easily gone in. Here we go, Flum picking up the ball, no hurry. Passing to Daly on the side. Daly is quite comfortable on the left wing as well. Friedrich, go to Nerig, finding the Tomas in the middle, back to Nerig, got a long shot. Not the worst, although Nerig isn't very good at long shots. But, you know, he saw a chance, he took it. And, you know, can't blame him for it. 60-minute mark. I think this is a good time if we get yet another corner. Seems like we are really starting to take control of events on the field. But you don't win a game by controlling the ball. I've heard. Alright, really easily calming down, passing back to Himmelman. I think after this situation plays out, we are going to look to see if we could make a substitution. Anyone gets a bit winded. Maybe at this point this could be a good play to put in, since Ducek is already booked, so that he doesn't end up getting a red card or anything like that, we could try to put in Senk. Ooh, nice move there by the Tomas to Alagui and barely missed it. That was nice. So, the opposition is doing a change. Let's see if they changed their tactics any. Yes, they've gone to a 4-1-4-1 or a 4-5-1 defensive midfielder setup, which is interesting because while they are strengthening their midfield here now, they are really counting on just getting the ball up to Berisha here, who is a fast and dangerous guy, but I don't think this actually helps them. This is actually okay for us. This is me with my absolutely awesome Footsoccerball skills making this prediction. Senk, go on in there, see what you can do. We'll keep you as an attacking winger. Give you a chance to get a little bit of match sharpness. You got fresh legs under you, should be fine. Everyone else is doing okay. Daly is getting a bit winded, and we could see Buchtmann coming in just for a little while at the end here. We also need to be wary that Nerik is booked, but I'm hoping that he's got enough of a good head on his shoulders that he knows not to do anything silly. But we can consider getting Nerik out on the 70-minute mark. Let's see what Senk can do for us. Right now we are seeing that... Okay, Flum clears the ball out to the side. There's no one there, but can someone run after it? No, goes out over the byline. Is that the byline? think it's Spanish. Who knows? Alright, we're at the 70 minute. Nerik is getting tired. So is... Oh, whoa, bad loss of the ball there on the right side by Svoboda, but he is... he wasn't beaten at least. He kept following the ball there. I think that's Flum marking. We got the ball up to Berisha, but the defense are on him. I don't like this. I do hope we can get the ball off of them soon, because they're up to the side. Ooh, sharp shot there from an angle, but nothing we can handle. Okay. So, Flum is getting tired, but Nerik's booked. And at this point, you know, we want to make sure that we can get through this thing. I think I'm going to put in Lagos, who's a Greek guy, and he's kind of a tough tackler. And he plays really well as a ball-winning midfielder, which is, I think, something we really need right now. I think I'm going to let Daly play for just a few more minutes, 75, something like that, and then see if we can put in Buchtmann just to get a few minutes play for him. I think he'll be able to do that. Let's see. I can't actually remember if the physios cleared Buchtmann for play for very long, so we shouldn't play very long at least. But okay, get that ball out of there. Good. Let's see, who's that? Is that the Tomas giving chase right there? I think it might be. Or it might be Sam Alagui. Good break there by Sobiek. There's solid header. And Lagos picks up the ball. First touch in this game. Lagos is kind of a powerhouse in the midfield. He's a bit reckless in his tackles a lot of times. You gotta watch out. Ooh, it could have been good if the Tomas could have gotten ahead on that. Whipped it next to Alagui to go on and he threw on goal. But coming up to 75 minutes, and I think maybe what we'll even do is we'll pull back to a 3-5-2 formation. Lagos with the ball, moving up towards the goal. He's got space. Not a bad attempt by Lagos there. I think I like that. Okay. So, what I'm thinking here, can Buchtmann play in the middle? Yes, he can. What I'm thinking is we will pull back Möller-Daly down here, take him out, and we'll put in Buchtmann here as an advanced playmaker still, on the support role. He's very comfortable there, and 55 match sharpness. So, yeah, this is a bit risky. We could just put in Avivor, but I do want Buchtmann to get a little bit of a chance to move around, get some match sharpness up. This can be risky, and I fully admit that. But we have Flum and Lagos there backing him up. So even if he loses the ball, it shouldn't be too bad. Right? Right? Famous last words. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so that was it. We have done all three of our substitutions, and right now we are seeing there in the control of the ball. They get through. Oh, good. No, they still have it. Oh, and a kick. Oh, goes over. Too high. Okay, we just need to hold on for a little bit more. We have a stronger presence in the midfield now. Or we should have. I don't know. Like taking Daly off is... Ooh, what a nice through ball. That could have been offside, but it doesn't look like it. Tomas has the chance and he does it. He seals the deal. So they had to come up more forward. That was an amazing through ball. It looked like it could have been offside. Seems like it wasn't. When the pass was struck, he was still onside, and lovely goal there. And that seals the victory for us, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's 9 minutes left, and this is Football Manager, so anything can happen. But lovely strike by Tomas. Fantastic through pass by Flum. And Flum has the ball again. Great vision there. Sees Lagos on the right. Back to Buchtmann. Flum over to Lagos. Lagos plays back to Buchtmann, which is sort of playing... well, could you just retain possession right now to make sure? Over to Alagui. Oh, yeah, they're feeling it now. I'm actually thinking we will go and tell them to take a breather. Yeah. Lower the tempo, take a breather. Calm things down. There's no need to press onwards too much right now. We can save some strength. save some energy, and try to just maintain control of the ball. We're not going to start wasting time or anything, but we're sort of going to try to lower the tempo a bit, make sure there's not so much room for mistakes. That means we won't attack so clearly, but instead focus on keeping the ball in midfield. It should be fine. Alagui loses the ball, quite unfortunate there. This is exactly the kind of stuff I didn't want you to do right now. I want you to retain possession. I should have told you that then. Okay, Alagui over to the side, runs up to the byline. Oh, you have the byline still line here in the back. Cross, finds Flum in the middle. And Flum takes a shot. It's alright. And we're on injury time right now, so should be in the bag. But yeah, I'm glad that this first video turned out this entertaining. We haven't had any. Well, I shouldn't say anything. The game's still on. It is actually possible to score twice in 2 minutes. It is fully mathematically possible. So I'm not going to say anything about anything right now. Both Senk and Buchtmann managed to come up on the field and get some urgent. Senk had been up with food poisoning for a while, so his night sharpness is down because of that. And Buchtmann, of course, had the fractured cheekbone, something like that. But both of them has had now a chance to get their hands on the ball. Here we see Senk in action. Actually a fresh face at Berlin, I think. At St.Pauli, I think he was in real life maybe also acquired in June. I have a mod that has updated the transfers to be the current season. That's a cheaper way to do it than buying the new Football Manager. You can just update the player list to represent the season that you start with. Anyway, Lagos over to Flum, over to Buchtmann, over to Lagos, over to Sabota on the side. Sabota calms down, finds Buchtmann in the middle. Buchtmann finds Alagui. Alagui back to Buchtmann. Yep. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Football Manager 2017. That was a good, solid win. Congratulate the team. Yes, assertive. I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. Everyone's feeling good. Good. Alright. Anyway, let's see. That puts us in 3rd position in the league. Now, this is early on, and we still haven't played against some of the really good teams in the 1st division. But, that being said, St. Pauli's material, as far as Football Manager is concerned, is quite good. And with the people we managed to sign, we've further improved the team. I just realized I need to run to the bus, like right now. So, yeah, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll maybe see you another time if you're interested in watching more Football Manager with St. Pauli and me. Until then, have a good one.